Once upon a time, long, long, long ago, before the dawn, before the oblivion, even before the original gods vanished, a little time after creation, in the land of the elves, the land of Iavori, there lived two brothers. Though birthed only minutes apart, the brothers were vastly different. For you see, the eldest brother was born a bright shade of blue and glowed a light that extended for 5 feet. However, the youngest brother, who was born 5 minutes later, had no such birth defect. Sadly, the brother's mother passed away while giving birth. It's said giving birth to a glowing blue elf was too much for the poor mother, and there and then she passed on. The brothers grew up together for many years, living an unusual life due to the circumstances of the eldest brother's glow, which was bright blue at all times, even when he slept. Their father, lost in sorrow for the loss of his late wife, was not the kindest or closest of fathers, and so the boys spent most of their time together playing outside. Though, when they were outside, the other children of the village and even some of the parents considered the eldest brother a freak and a mistake. He was constantly harassed and bullied for his condition. But no matter who called him names or threatened him, his younger sibling would always come to his defense with a fierce attitude, making sure no one upset his beloved older brother for something that was out of his control. One day, they overheard a legend, the legend of the Silverwood's starlight. It was said that a piece of starlight fell from the heavens during the night and landed somewhere in the vast Silverwoods, and anyone who found the light would have their wildest dreams come true. The brothers, wishing to rid the eldest of his birth defect, saw this as an incredible opportunity and decided that they must journey into the Silverwoods to obtain the starlight. They rushed home and asked their father to help them, to which he replied, "Oh, the silver light is a myth, it's a lie, made up by idiots and dreamers to drive the like-minded and gullible into the woods. Think no more of it. The woods are vast, and you would get lost by the pitch of night." The brothers, however, not discouraged by their bitter father's word and skepticism, packed their things and left for the Silverwoods. The brothers travelled for many hours, wandering the beautiful Silverwoods, filled with intriguing wildlife and beautiful plant life, the sunlight reflecting and gleaming off of the silverwood bark and the plate leaf, the intensifying smell of blooming flowers and the sound of faint music. The brothers had heard of the connection between the Silverwoods and the Feywild, but it was much more incredible than they had thought. Infatuated with the woods as they travelled for many hours, they had forgotten where they had come from, and had in fact, as their father had said, lost their way. As they tried to find their way back onto the path, desperately trying to regain a sense of location before the nightfall. However, they were not able to do so, and the sun set. Night had fallen, and the night sky granted no light of hope. The light of the stars alone was not enough to provide sight for the lost brothers. Despite the eldest brother's glow, it was unable to help them find themselves deep in the heart of the Silverwoods. For several days, the boys journeyed through the woods, trying to find help, aware that their rations were slowly running out. Until one night, the brothers rested by a particularly large tree, hoping that they would survive for one last day of travel. However, their stomachs, pained like being attacked from the insides, proved otherwise, and so the brothers held on to each other tightly for comfort. as they spent their last night alive together. And in this last night's sleep, they felt themselves travelling through the Silverwoods, connected from every root to every leaf. Yes, they had died, but they had not left the Silverwoods yet. Their spirits remained wandering the Silverwoods. They woke every night as the sunlight died over the horizon, to find themselves in incorporeal forms. They felt the presence of every soul and plant that existed inside the Silverwoods. After death, they had been connected to life in an unimaginable way. Something even stranger had happened. The eldest brother still glowed bright blue even as a spirit. Not only did his blue glow remain, it was so much more powerful. So bright it could illuminate 300 feet of the Silverwoods. Using this newfound awareness and power that they held, they found other travelers lost in the Silverwoods, guiding them back to safety. Though they knew that if they left the woods themselves, their spirits would pass on to the other life. However, the brothers couldn't do so in good conscience, as they could always feel the presence of those in need of their help. Many people lost to the absolute pitch black of night, needing their light to help guide them back. They no longer desired to find the starlight, as they felt no such presence of divine energy inside the Silverwoods. Perhaps it had been found already long ago, or maybe their father was right to call it a lie. Now their goal was to prevent others from their own fate. As they continued helping people, those that were saved would fill their prayers with thanks to the spirits of the brothers that had saved them, praying for peace to the souls of the boys. Over time, the legend of the Silverwood spirits spread, and so many lives were saved by the brothers, and so many prayers wished for their refuge, it became impossible for the god of the Elven lands, Omistra, not to hear of their work and recognize their kind-hearted deeds. One night, the spirits of the boys found a man in beautiful golden trim and blue robes. The boys mistakenly took the man to be royalty lost in the woods. However, the man was not lost, and was instead there to find the brothers and make them an offer. For you see, he was Omistra himself, in a mortal form. He told the boys that he was proud that his people, the elves, were such kind and strong-spirited people, and that the brothers were a shining example to all other mortals. And so he made them an offer, a gift of an opportunity. He couldn't give them their mortal and physical lives back, as it was their own faults and mistakes that had led to their current situation, but instead he could create celestial bodies for them to inhabit, high up among the stars in the heavens, and there they could still do their duty of guiding the lost in the night. Omistra told the brothers that he had spent many years creating a large and powerful net, a weave that will give the power of gods to those who work hard and commit themselves to worship and practice, and that the brothers in their celestial bodies will hold this great weave over Odriion, so the weight of it will not crush the world below. And so the brothers accepted this gift. The eldest brother, Telri, became a huge blue glowing lunar object in the night sky, and Odriion, the youngest brother, became a massive shining white spotlight in the sky that stood strong in front of Telri, to protect him as he did in life, while allowing his glow to shine for those who needed it. And together, the two brothers shed the light of hope down on Odriion during the darkness of night, when there was none before. Omistra, transformed back to his divine form, and grabbed his now completed, grand, magical weave. It was made from fibers of the many planes of reality, and all 12 layers of that weave, powered by the stars that Amistra threaded through it. He lifted his new gift for the world and draped it over the brothers' new bodies high in the sky. And that is the story of how Odriion was granted its moons, Telri and Oirilon, and the arcane weave that grants power, magic, to those who wish to use it.